Let's talk about area text. I'm going to come down here to this artboard profile. Let's create a new artboard next to it here using the artboard tool. Select, then click here, and we have iPhone XR. We don't want it. I just want an iPhone X preset, so I'm going to click here, select this one, delete it, move this guy somewhere around here. Perfect. Let's use the blue that we saved, one of these guys, for the background. Let's go with the lighter tone or the darker one. Let's go with the darker one here. I do most of my projects on iPhone X preset. I kind of think that it's a standard, I guess. I don't know, you can find your way of designing. It's your pick. Let's name it area text, since we're going to talk about area text here. So in order to add a text to our design, we knew that we have to come here, pick up the text tool, and then come here on our canvas. Then if we clicked, we had point text. All right, so I'm going to put it in the middle, and it was our point text. I'm going to reduce the size a little bit and use medium font weight for this one. So that was the way to create text before, but there is another way. I'm going to grab my text tool, come down here. Instead of just clicking, I'm going to just click and drag to define an area here. Perfect. Right now we have a point text and an area text. All right, so let's see the differences here. I'm going to change it back to this one. All right. The first one, when I selected point text, we can see that from our properties inspector that it is marked as a point text. And on the canvas, it has a solid blue decoration around it with just one handle at the bottom. But this guy, as I selected, we can see that it has a dashed decoration around it and it has more handles to it. On the properties inspector, it is selected as an area text here. Let's see what these handles would do around our text. With the point text, we have just this handle down here. And if we just click and drag, you can see that the font size is changing. So we can change the font size with this handle. All right. That's what this handle would do. But when we select an area text, we have more handles. And when we play with it, as you can see, the font doesn't change. But we can define an area in which we want our text to be in. So if we go with this area here, we have this kind of text. We can expand it and then have just one line of that text. And as we do that, take a look at properties inspector. Our size is changing. Basically, we are telling Xd that no matter how much text we have, just fit it within the area that we define. Let me show it to you in action here. Get another quote from the office. The area text behave somehow just like my text here. As you can see, I can define that area, then my text is fitted inside of that area. So let me expand it a little bit, then start typing, and let's go with the align left option here. Let's start typing. In point text, whenever we wanted to have a new line, we had to press enter. But in area text, since our text is defined to be inside of this area, it creates a new line automatically. And that new line doesn't start with the uppercase. So that's one thing to have in mind here. Let me continue typing. I have typed this text, but as you can see, some part of it, some lines are outside of that area that I defined. So let's click outside of that area and see what will happen. I'm going to click here. The rest of the text that was outside of the border that we defined is gone right now. But as you can see on the bottom handle, we have a dot over there. It tells us that there is more content to this area text, but we can't show it to you since they wouldn't fit inside of that area that you defined. In order to see the content, we just click and drag to see the rest of the text here. We can play with other handles to define the area that we want for our text, and Xd automatically adjusts the text within the area. Let's explore these two options here in our properties inspector, line spacing and paragraph spacing. I'm going to create a paragraph right here. And a quick reminder, in the point text, it didn't matter which one we changed. They both had the same results. But here, for the line spacing, as you can see, we can have more space between the lines. I'm going to expand it. But for paragraph spacing, we have more space between our paragraphs here. So for our projects, we can change these numbers to adjust our design. This text right here in the profile artboard, this one, it's an area text. This one is an area text. This name is a point text. I don't look at the properties inspector anymore. I just can say that from the decoration around them. And this one, as you can see, have a little more to it. So let's expand it. And it comes all the way down here. So let's fix this artboard. I'm going to select the artboard. Scrolling is set to vertical. That's perfect. I'm going to expand it from here. Let's get a preview out of it. Alright, so we have a problem here. I can scroll down, but that navigation bar is just kind of messed up. So the first thing that comes to mind here is that, let me close it, is that we're going to put this down here. Going to select you again. The first thing that comes to mind is that place this thing right over here, but then again the design looks messed up since our navigation and our indicator goes all the way down here. We learned we can use this feature here, fix position when scrolling. I'm going to check this box, and as you can see, this group is gone completely from my preview. So we have to replace it. If we place it just the place that it was before, here at the end of the artboard, you can see that it is fixed to the place that it must, and we have fixed the problem. So have the navigation just above the viewport height, check the box, fix position when scrolling. We have fixed this here, and we have our text. As you can see, it's a description and it's written in area text. I'm going to close this window for now. Let's go back to the things that we were doing here. Let's copy this text here that we have. I'm going to paste it on this point text that we have, and let's see what will be the outcome. Just look at what happens. Right now we have this text and it's just so long, as you can see. That's what happened when you copy a paragraph into a point text. And the outcome would be just like this. You have only one line for your text when you are working with the point text. And that's the nature of it, because we use it for buttons, headings, not paragraphs like this. So if we paste that text that we have copied right here on this one, as you can see, it is applied here, no problems, and it looks completely normal. We can convert point text to area text. If we do it for this guy, right now it's this big. I'm going to go to this end. From my properties inspector, this one is selected and this one tells me that this is a point text, but I can convert it to an area text by just clicking here. as you can see, the decoration around it changes. So I can play with this handle, and as I do, you can see that the text is fitting inside of this area that I'm defining. We can do the opposite operation here. I'm going to select this area text, and then from here I'm going to click on point text, and then boom, we have a point text. I'm going to move it here. And as you can see, the changes we made to the paragraph spacing and line spacing is also applied here as well. So I can reduce it to have a better design. We also have this handle down here, and we can change the font size with it. So I'm going to place this one here. I'm going to reduce the font size here. Let's go with 20. Change the color to white because of better contrast here. And there we have our area text. Just one more time, have that in mind: titles, names, headings, buttons, and stuff like that. We use the point text, grab the text tool, click once on the artboard. For paragraphs, descriptions, messages, stuff like that, we use the area text, grab the text tool, click and drag in order to define your area, and then start typing. So that was everything you needed to know about the text tool in Adobe Xd, and now you're ready to use its full potential in your designs. If you want to get some cool fonts, go to Google Fonts. I leave the link in the description, and there you can find some amazing fonts available for you for free. Download them, install them on your machine, and then you can apply them on your text in Adobe Xd. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to catch up with the course.